to three candidates that we have in the room: Ginger Baylor, Akron City Council; Sheena Barnes, Toledo Board of Education; and Susan Vaughn, Hamilton City Council.
Everyone.
Hi.
Sheena, thank you so much for joining us and squeezing this into your very, very busy schedule. What was the most important thing that helped you win?
You know, one, support from women and, you know, just women in general who are elected officials, whether it's a woman-led PAC. Women's support was just inspirational to me. To have that courage to say, okay, I can as a woman, but also not losing myself was very important to me. And that's what I kept on, like, okay, I can still be, I can have sass. I could still be angry at the system and not have to scale back on how pissed off I was, stuff wasn't going right, you know, and just never lose me. So I've been doing really well. I only cussed twice on a board meeting. So that's a great thing.
So we can be our authentic selves.
That's very important. Because I think that's what people want. They want someone who's not a robot politician. They want somebody they can see in the supermarket. Somebody can see, you know, their kids come in the Zoom meeting and ask for popsicles. They want that relationship to that person. So I think that's very important to show that.
Susan Vaughn, you compare and contrast your previous race with your most recent. What did you learn along the way? What bits of wisdom were you able to build on? And how did that shape your last race?
Big, the second campaign wasn't as challenging. What I learned was you need good people around you. You need to communicate, as has already been said. There has only been one female mayor on our city council in all of history. I didn't run for mayor, that's a separate election, but we've had very few women. And so being a woman that was running, we had 3 vacant seats. I was the oldest, and we had a 19-year-old. There were 8 candidates that sought 3 positions. And I was fortunate to be one of those 3 that was selected. My takeaway on this is certainly don't give up after trying. I believe that was what launched me into the next campaign. And I will tell you right now, as you opened up with the whole notion of what a difference you can make. As I've watched the state legislature work over the year, and I've of course paid very close attention, and I see what I'm doing on city council, I have people stop me on the street and say, thank you for what you're doing. And I don't think that happens at the state level, although it makes such a difference. It's so rewarding. Our city has done well economically, and every day I can see a difference that I'm making. So very different in the 2 campaigns, the way they were run, but I believe one helped the other, and I wouldn't have given up. If I had not won, I think I would have continued on, but it has been very, very rewarding to be in a local office.
So you're inspiring. You're completely inspiring. Thank you. And I want to say one of the questions we ask in our application is, let's say you don't win this time around. Will you keep fighting? Will you come back? Will you keep running for office? And that's because we think grit matters. And
absolutely.
And by showing that grit, because you have to have grit to also be in office. It takes tenacity. Ginger Baylor, and not your first race either.
No.
Not at all. You have experience to share. What experience would you offer now that you've done this? You understand tenacity. You understand the key things that are important to win a race. You understand building community. What would you offer in terms of a piece of learning for people thinking of running for office?
I would say make sure you connect with the power brokers that are in your community. There are people who may hold office in one regard, but then they may not necessarily be the power breaker in your community that can really give you what you need when you're out there, you know, running for office. One of the things that I did is I did connect with, you know, some of the power brokers. And from there, I gained a lot of information and knowledge that I wouldn't have otherwise had. And then that would have been stumbling over myself. But they're really good to give you direction. Relationships are the biggest thing that you could ever have in life. Building that camaraderie, building relationships, that transparency where people can trust you with information, and they know, and you know, your passion. Whenever you have passion, people know it. They know that you care and they want to help you. A lot of it is just being in the right place at the right time, talking to people. And when they see that you're really passionate and you really want to help people and you really care about people, they're more than willing to help. I would also say, like, when it comes down to you running your personal campaign, you want people who are passionate about the things that you are passionate about. You want those people to be your allies and on your committees, and they will help do a lot of legwork that you're probably not going to be able to do, because you have to, like Sheena, well, like she said, you need to be at everything and anything where there's people. I'm telling you, you can't lose that way, you know. So engage yourself. Talk to your party leaders. If you are a part of a party, if you have one in your town, that's always a great help. And, you know, it's just relationship building. And to me, that's the most important thing that'll help you, because you reap so many benefits that way.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You have accumulated the wisdom, and it is appreciated.
I'm still trying to accumulate some more wisdom.